occasion, colleagues and friends, please allow me to refer to the protocol that has been established and thank all of you for being here and for having me share these very few thoughts. I'm glad you used the word brief. After the conference is over, everything has been said, and I look forward to the report. And I was telling Professor Yanka that this is one report I plan to read even more carefully than the other reports that I've been reading. Of course, multilingualism is important, and this is not the context to preach. I think you all know that. A resource or challenge is not either or. The challenges allow us to create other resources. Multilingualism, finally, is important for world peace, contrary to what we have been educated about, that when you have too many languages and so on, then we don't know how to get together. But we've always known how to get together. And I refer to Abraham when he says that we are not a generation of yesterday. We've been here for a long time. Everybody tells us that life began on this continent. If that is true, the language began on this continent. And if that is true, then it's all right that we have many languages. And we have cooperated despite the diversity of languages, and we intend to do the same. Perhaps all this and this phone and that phone has brought its own challenges, which we can also turn into resources. In fact, the issue of multilingualism is so important that, as you know, even countries that we think have one language are working very hard to resurrect the languages that nobody even speaks anymore. And all of these, I'm sure the scholars address them, and we all know why. So we should be very happy that we have these languages. It is not uncommon for the child entering school to come already speaking 2 or 3 languages. And this is a sign of intelligence. Then we need to grow with it instead of stopping it. There are schools that will say if you speak your own language, you'll be punished. All of that should go out of the window, because the school should be a welcoming place. If a young learner cannot be him or herself, then really the whole exercise might not be as useful as it should. This is a subject I feel very strongly about, as my colleague Professor Yanka knows, and I was so sorry that I had to miss a conference. I was telling him that this one conference I would have come every day if I could help it. But I'm very happy to be here, even for a few minutes. Just a word on the language policy. I know that since I made that comment in that forum, the subject has taken on a different dimension altogether, which is interesting. After all, then you get to know what people are thinking, you get to know what people's views on the subject are. But unfortunately for me, I traveled that same night, and I was away for a whole week, so I missed the entire drama. And I've been trying to piece from newspapers and so on what it is that I can get out of the discussions that went on. But the point of clarification is that I'm being credited with too much. The language policy is not new. It's a policy that has been abandoned. So we are simply trying to bring it back. And I think you, as scholars, know why what is happening is rather the abnormality that a child should walk to school and be taught in a language he doesn't understand. And when the child is taught in a language he doesn't understand, you alienate the parents from the learning process, and I think that's irresponsible. When you teach the child in a language he doesn't understand, the parents don't understand, the siblings don't understand, so they don't speak it around him. When you teach a child in a language the teachers have challenges in, what results is miseducation. We need to change things around. Thank you very much.